students? Hope everyone are fine, safe at home, not troubling your parents, doing your work. Yes, you all are very good people, right? So students, in the last session we have completed our chapter number 3, right? I hope you are along with me and you have done all your works. So today we are going to start a new chapter, that is factors and multiples, okay? This factor and multiples, we already know what are factors, what are multiples, we have already learned. So let us have a first small recap and then we will move ahead to our topic. So we know what is factors. See, if there is a number, like I have taken 6 4s are 24, right? Now that 6 and 4 are nothing but our factors of 24. What is the here 24 is nothing but multiple, right? So what are the 6 and 4? We call it as factors of 24. Means whenever we multiply two numbers, the answer which we will get, those two numbers are nothing but our factors, right? So let us, before moving ahead, I request everyone to please open your term book, class book and pencil. So please open page number 154. 154. Yes. See here, chapter number 4, factors and multiples. So before moving, there is a warm up here. Let us complete it and then we will move ahead. Fill in the blanks. Page number 154. First one. If 8 times is 80, then 8 and 10 are called what? Very good. 8 and 10 are called as factors. What those are called? Factors. Right? Next. If 4 into 7 is 28, then 28 is dash of 4 and 7. If 4 7s is 28, right? If 4 and 7 are the multiples, then what is 28? 28 is multiple. What is it? Multiple. Multiple. Next. When a number is divided by its factor, the remainder is what? Now I have taken this 4 and 7. I am dividing this 28 with 4. So what is here? 4 7s are 28. 28 minus 28? 0. What will be the remainder? Remainder is 0. Right? So when a number is divided by its factor, now 4 and 7 are both are the factors. When a number is divided by its factors, the remainder is 0. Next, there are dash multiples of a number. There are how many multiples of a number? It can be infinite. How many? Infinite number of multiples. Finite means that there is a bound. Infinite means there is no bound. Okay. Next, the dash factors of a number is a number itself. The dash factor of a number is a number itself. If I am taking like let's find multiples for 4. What are the multiples for 4? 1 4s are 4. 4 1s are 4. Next, 2 2s are 4. Other than this, do we get in 3 table 4? No. Again 4 1s are 4. So these 3 are the factors of 4. Which is the highest factor here? 4. Again 4 is nothing but the same number, right? So the greatest number is there. That is the greatest among 1 to 4. This is the greatest number. So what is this? The greatest number will be the factor of itself. Okay. The greatest factor of a number is the number itself. Next, the dash multiple of a number is the number itself. So dash multiple of a number is the number itself. Very good. That is smallest. The smallest multiple. The smallest multiple of a number is number itself. Okay. Next, dash numbers are divisible by 2. Which numbers are divisible by 2? Even numbers are divisible by 2. Even numbers are divisible by 2. The numbers which are not divisible, those are odd numbers. Right? Next, dash is a factor of every number. For every number, 1 will be the common factor, right? For every number, if I take 45, if I take 99, 199s are 99, 99 ones are 99. So 1 is the common number, the common factor. These are our answers for warm up. Okay. Now let us move ahead with our topic, main topic, factors. Please open page number 155. See what is the factors. We know that for every multiplication fact, there are two division facts. For example, consider the multiplication fact 2 3s are 6. I request to please see in your term book. So 6 is the product of multiplication. Whenever we have multiplied two numbers, like here the given example, 2 3s are 6. Now 6 is what? Is our multiple, right? Is the product of multiplication. Product means multiplying the two numbers is nothing but product. So 6 is nothing but product of our multiplication, and 2 and 3 are called factors of product 6. 2 and 3 are nothing but factors, right? So the division facts of 2 and 3 is 6. So 6 divided by 2 is 3 and 6 divided by 3 is 2. In both the cases, 2 and 3 divide 6 without leaving any remainder. Thus the factor of a number exactly divides the other number. So a factor can be defined as the divisor that exactly divides the given number. So what we can say, see here they told the example as 2 3s are 6, right? So if I divide 6 with 2 tables, so 2 3s are 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. What remainder I am getting? 0. Again if I divide the 6 with 3, so 3 2s are 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. Here 3 and 2, 2 and 3 are nothing but our factors. So when we have seen this, that 6 divided by 2, we are getting the remainder is what? 0. When we are dividing 6 with 3, we are getting the remainder as 0. So in this both the cases, what we have seen, whenever we are dividing, we are getting the answer as 0, right? See here, that is this, right? 2 and 3 divide 6 without leaving any reminders. Thus, the factor of a number exactly divides the number. Now we know that 2 is factor, so this is exactly dividing the product of the number. 6, the product, factors of 6 are 2 and 3. Whenever we are dividing any number with its factors, it is leaving the remainder as 0. So what we can say, the factor can be defined as divisor that is exactly dividing the multiple. Nothing but divisor that exactly divides the given number. Whatever the number, so whenever we divide, this is our divisor. So the divisor is exactly dividing the given number. Okay. So please, I request you to please underline that last line. Factors can be defined as divisor that exactly divides the given number. So what you are going to do? You are going to open your classwork, write down the first chapter name, date, you are mention your date. Chapter number 4, factors and multiples, and first you are going to write the definition of factor. Page number 155. So what are the factors? Factor is nothing but divisor that exactly divides the given number. Okay. That line you are going to write down. First you write down factor, then you write the definition of factor. Okay. Let's see here, they have given some properties of factors. What is the factor of every number? It is the smallest factor of a number. It is also called the universal factor. We have seen that 1 is the factor for every number. Any big number you take, 1 is only the common factor for every number, right? So 1 is the factor for every number. It is also the smallest of a number. So that 1 is also a smallest factor. Next, it is also called universal factor. Which number? 1 is called as universal factor. Okay. Every non-zero number is a factor of itself. It is also the greatest factor. The number itself will be the greatest factor. Every factor of a non-zero number is less than or equal to the number. Next, every number other than 1 has at least 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. So any number if you take, now we have just taken the example factors for 4. What is the factors? 1, 2, 4. Other than 1 we have more 2 numbers, that is 2 and 4, right? Those other than 1 we are also having some other numbers as the factors. So 1 and the number itself. This is what factors. So what you are going to write? You are going to write definition of factors and properties of factors from page number 155. So factors means there are multiple examples, means the divisor which divides the given number. If we get the remainder as 0, then that number is nothing but our factor. Any number if you take, like 36. 36, I want to find multiple. So if I take 9 4s are 36. 36 minus 36 is 0. So what is now? 9 is our divisor. So the divisor which divides the given number Exactly means we should get the remainder 0. Supposing if I get here any remainder as 1 or 4, any number. So that number is not exactly dividing, right? So any divisor, the divisor which divides the number exactly, then that numbers are called as, that number is called as factor. 9 is the factor of 36, right? This is what the definition of factor. I hope you are clear, and you are going to write the definition of factor along with properties of factors. And the next, test of divisibility. We know what are the divisibility rules for 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 5, 10, 11, right? So let us again see this. What are the divisibility rules? Divisibility rules. Rules of divisibility. Now what is the rule for 2? We have already learned that rule for 2 is the digit at ones place, it should be either 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. Then the given number is divisible by 2. Right? What is the rule for 10? Rule for 2? Any number at the ones place, the digit at ones place should be either 0, either 2, 4, 6 or 8. Then the given number is divisible by 2. So they have given examples. See in page number 155 sir, they have given many examples. Let us take 2, 3, 0, 4. We need to find whether this number is divisible by 2 or not. Okay. We need not to find the complete division. Simply we can say yes or no. Is it divisible or not? So what is the rule for 2? The digit at ones place. What is the ones place digit? This is ones place, tens, 100, 1000. So what is the rule? The digit at ones place either it should be 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. What is the digit here? 4. So yes, 2304 is exactly divisible by 2. Again, 9530. 9530. The digit at ones place should be either 0, 2, 4, nothing but even number. Here do we have 0? Yes. So is this number divisible by 2? Yes, this number is divisible by 2. This is what the rule, divisibility rule for 2. What is rule? If the digit at ones place is either 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, then the given number is divisible by 2. Next, what is the rule? Rule for 5. If the digit at ones place, it should be either 0. Okay, let us write here what is the rule for 2 is. This should be there at ones place, right? Divisibility rule for 5. What is rule for 5? The digit at ones place should be either 0 or 5. Except these two numbers, there should not be any other number. If the digit at ones place, it should be 0 or 5. If there is 0 or 5, then the given number is divisible by 5. See here, they have given example 1520. 1520. If you see the digit at ones place is what? 0 means this 1520 is exactly divisible by 5. Next, 2845. 2845. So this number, see if you see this number last digit is 5. So this number is exactly divisible by 5 because it is satisfying the rule, divisibility rule of 5. Next, I hope it is very clear. Next, which is the rule? Divisibility rule 10. Means if the digit at ones place, it should be only 0. If the digit at tens place, if the digit at ones place is 0, then the given number is divisible by 10. So if you see here, 7890, 7890. If you see the digit at ones place is what? 0. What is the rule? If the digit at ones place is 0, then the given number is divisible by 10. So we know that here the ones place the digit is 0. Means this 7890 is also divisible by 10. Means this complete number is also divisible by 10, right? Yes. I hope these three rules are very clear to you. Rule 2, if the digit at ones place is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, then the given digit is, then the given number is divisible by 2. If the digit at ones place is 0 or 5, then the given number is divisible by 5. If the digit at ones place is 0, then the given number is divisible by 10. Okay. Next, page number 156, divisibility by 3 and 9. These are very similar, 3 and 9. Rules are very similar and those are very easy. See what is rule 3? If the sum of the digit is divisible by 3, then the given number is also divisible by 3. Let us take a small example here. They have given 5136. Okay? 5136. To find whether this number is divisible by 3 or not, rule is sum of digits. Sum is nothing but addition of all the digits. Now let us write addition of digits. 5 plus 1 plus 3 plus 6. 5 plus 1, 6. 6 plus 3, 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 6 is how much? 15. Now 15 is divisible by 3? Yes. 15 is divisible by 3. 3 5 is 15. 15 minus 15 is 0. Yes. So this whole number 5136 is also divisible by 3. This is what the rule 3. What is the rule 3? We should do sum. If the sum of the digit is divisible by 3, means 15 should be divisible by 3. If at all we got the remainder any number like 1, 2, any number, then this number is not divisible by rule 3. Okay. Sum of the digit should be divisible by 3, then the given whole number is also divisible by 3. Okay. I hope it is very clear. Yes. Sum of the digit should be divisible by 3. What is the rule 3? Sum of digits. Okay. Sum of digits. Next, divisibility rule 9. This is similar to 3. Again, this is the same. We have to do the sum of the digit. If the sum of the digit is divisible by 9, then the given number is also divisible by 9. Let us take a small example here. 8145. 8145. We need to find whether this number is divisible by 9 or not. Without actually dividing, we can easily find by rule 9. What is the rule 9? Sum of the digits. Let us do sum of the digits. 8 plus 1 plus 4 plus 5. 8 plus 1, 9. 9 plus 4, 13. 13 plus 5 is 18. Right? Now, if what I need to find, if the sum of the digit is what now? 18. If 18 is divisible by 9, then the given this number is also divisible by 9. Let us check, is 18 divisible or not? 9, 18. 9 2s are 18. 18 minus 18 is 0. We got the remainder is 0. Means yes, 18 is divisible by 9. If 18 is divisible by 9, then 8145 is also divisible by 9. I hope it is very clear. Very similar. Rule 3 and rule are very similar. This should be, sum of the digit should be divisible by 3. Whereas for 9, sum of the digit should be divisible by 9. Then the given number is also divisible by 3 and 9. Okay. Next, rule 6. Rule 6 is more one, very similar and very easy. Sum of digit. This is also sum of digit, but it should be divisible by 9. Okay. Next, divisibility rule by 4. If the last two digits of a number is divisible by 4, then the given number is also divisible by 4. If you see here, okay, the example is 328. Let us see what is the rule for 4. Divisibility rule for 4. If the last two digits is divisible by 4. Now if they have given example 828 or 328 something. Okay. So if the last two digits, what is the last two digits here? 28. If 28 is divisible by 4, then this 828 is also divisible by 4. Let us check, is 28 divisible by 4? Let us see here. Next in 4 table, 4 ones, 4 5 is 20, 4 6 is 24, 4 7 is 28. Right? Yes, we got the remainder 0. As 28 is divisible by 4, the given number, that is 828, is also divisible by 4. So with this, what is the rule? The last two digits should be divisible by 4. What is the rule? Last two digits should be divisible by 4. Divisible by 4. Okay. This is what rule 4. Next, what is the next number is divided by 2 and 3, if it is satisfying rule 2 and rule 3, then that number is divisible by 6. Here see, they have given an example. What is it? Okay, here they gave 36. Okay, the number is what? 36. What is the rule 2? Rule 2 is last digit at ones place should be 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. If you see last digit is what? 6. Yes, it is satisfying rule 2. 36 is divided by 2 because the digit at ones place is 6. Now what is the rule 3? Sum of the digit should be divisible. So let us do sum of digit. 3 plus 6. 3 plus 6 is 9. Is 9 divisible by 3? Yes, because 3 3s are 9, right? 3 3s are 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. Yes, 9 is divisible by 3. So yes, 36 is divisible by 3 and 36 is also divisible by 3. 2 and 3. So as it is 36 is satisfying both the rules, that is 2 and 3, then the 36 is also divisible by 6. It's somewhat different, but if you understand it is very easy. What is rule 6? Rule 6 is the given number should be divisible by 2 and 3. If it is satisfying both the rules, then it is the given number is also divisible by 6. Supposedly, if it is satisfying condition rule 2 but not rule 3, then it will not satisfy rule 6. Okay, it should be both the rules should be satisfied. If one is there, one is not there, then it is not satisfying 6. So given number is satisfying both the rules, then that number is also divisible by 6. Okay, we know that 36 is divisible by 6. 6 6 is 36, right? Yes. Clear? What is rule 6? The given number should be divisible by 2 and 3. Both 2 and 3. What is rule 6? Both 2 and 3. That is divisibility rule of 2 and 3 should be satisfied. Okay, with this we have done divisibility 6. Let us move with the last one. Divisibility by 11. What is 11? A number, please open page 156. A number is divisible by 11 if the difference between the sum of the digit at odd places and the sum of the digit at even places is either 0 or divisible by 11. So here they have, what is rule 6? See, they have given a number. We'll firstly write places odd, even, we'll write on first like 1s, 10s, 100. How we will write? Instead of that, we'll write odd, even. Okay. Then what we are going to do? Difference. What is difference? Subtraction. Firstly, we will find sum of the even numbers and sum of the odd numbers. Then both the values we are going to subtract. If the answer is 0 or if the answer is divisible by 11, then that whole number is also divisible by 11. Okay. See here the example is, rule for 11 is what? Here the example is 26,378. Okay. Okay, so what I said, firstly we should write even, odd, even, odd, even. Now this is odd, even, odd. Places, these are nothing but places. Don't say teacher 2 is even number, you have written odd. No, we have to write first odd, even, any number, any random number also if they give, first we will start with odd, even, odd. Now what we will do, let us do sum of odd numbers and then sum of even numbers. What are sum of odd numbers? Where is odd? 2, 3 and 8 are nothing but odd numbers. Let us add that. 2 plus 3 plus 8. 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 8 is 13. This is what? Odd places, right? Odd places. Let us write for even, addition of even. What is even numbers? 6 and 7 is even. 6 plus 7 is how much? 13. Now what is the rule if you see? If the difference between the sum of the digit at odd places, first we have to write odd number, that is the sum of the value of odd numbers. Then we have to subtract them from even. If the difference between the sum of the digits at odd places and the sum of the digit at even places is either 0 or divisible by 11. Let us do 13 minus 13 is how much? Here the value of sum of odd places is 13, sum of even places is 13. We have found the difference. 13 minus 13 is 0. Yes, then this 26,378 is also divisible by 11. Clear? Or either any value we are getting that should be divisible by 11. Supposedly I got the value as 22. 22 is divisible by 11 because 11 2s are 22. Then that number is also divisible by 11. Is it clear? What is rule 11? Difference between, if you are clearly understand this concept, the difference between sum of odd places and minus and sum of even places. Difference between sum of odd places, sum of even places should be 0 or divisible by 11. Then the given number is divisible by 11. These are our divisibility rules. Rule 2, Rule 5, Rule 10, Rule 3, Rule 9, Rule 4, Rule 6 and Rule 11. So if you see all these rules we have in our term book, all the definitions, and see here they give many examples in the example box, but simply you just write one example. Okay, 1 or 2 examples are enough. So what is your today's homework? Writing the definition of factors and divisibility rules. All these rule definitions should be in your classwork. You have to write definition of factor, properties of factors and all the definitions of divisibility rule. I hope these are very clear. So in the next session, let us start our exercise 4.1, and so that till then I hope you will do your work. Okay, let me write here what is your homework so that it will be clear to you. Homework is what? Definitions from page. I am just writing page numbers. You can see from where you have to write 155, 156 and 157. 155, 156 and 157. These all definitions you are going to write and you are going to learn all the definitions. I hope it is very clear. So soon we will meet in our next class. Till then, take care.